Hello, everybody. We are Group 9, and we are going to describe imperialism in Latin America and focus on the causes of the Spanish-American War and its effects, the causes of building the Panama Canal and its effects, and the Monroe Doctrine. And this is by McKenna, Hayden, and Lalith. Okay, one major cause of the Panama Canal was the gold rush. As you can see right here, I have a picture of the gold rush. And the United States supported the building of the canal because of the gold rush. So over here, we're just going to write gold rush as like one of the major causes. And then another major cause was that they wanted easier trade. And so as you can see, like right here, I have like a picture of the steamboats back then and like what the Panama Canal looked like back then. So trade. And also this was like a more efficient way of trade because it was a lot quicker. And another reason was because of the military. This was important because if the military was based on the East Coast right here, and the United States got attacked on the West Coast over here, it would be really hard for them to travel across the United States without having to go all the way under all the way under South America. So this is an easy route to like just cut through kind of. So military. Okay, and then for the effects of the Panama Canal, more ships were able to pass through, as I just touched on. And this is important because they could pass through the Pacific, which is over here, and the Pacific, which is over here, and the Atlantic, which is over there. And then trading, as I mentioned earlier, it was easier, more efficient, And then also the use of ships became more popular just because so many could get to places faster, and it was just a lot better. So, and then I'm going to touch on shorter time travel. Obviously, because of the Panama Canal, as I mentioned earlier, you could cut through this little area since that was the Panama Canal instead of going all the way around South America. It just made travel time a little easier. And so the power of the U.S. also increased because they controlled the Panama Canal. So power of U.S. is a very important effect because the United States controlled the Panama Canal. Thank you.
Well, the Monroe Doctrine was to come up with the issue that European powers used to be colonizing places such as Africa and Asia, but the United States didn't want the Western Hemisphere or South America or Central America and the Caribbean to be colonized by European powers. So the U.S. forbade that European powers could come colonize any country such as South America, Central America, Caribbean islands, whatever was in the Western Hemisphere. The Western Hemisphere countries such as Venezuela, Brazil, Chile were just starting out democracies or dictatorships, which the old world could easily take advantage of. But the United States would view any colonization of Brazil as a direct threat. Also, the United States also promised not to interfere in any affairs of any European nations, which was proven wrong in World War II and World War I.
Okay, stop.
The Spanish-American War and its effects. The Spanish-American War was a short conflict between the United States and Spain in 1898. Some of its causes were U.S. support of Cuba's independence, to protect U.S. businesses' interests in Cuba, the yellow journalism, and the sinking of USS Maine. And to go in depth, to protect U.S. business and interests in Cuba, it was basically when the U.S. did not want their businesses in Cuba to get destroyed or anything by the Spain's conquering back then. The yellow journalism was where the U.S. people gave wrong facts to the government, and where the government was forced to go to a war with Spain. And the sinking of USS Maine was where this battleship was exploded in the Havana harbor, which killed many people, which outraged the U.S. People, and which they went to war. And its effects were the United States gained many new positions in the Caribbean and the Pacific. The Cubans did not allow to be ruled by the USA, so they were forced to grant the U.S. was forced to grant independence to them. And this is a comic which just shows how this is a student where the teacher just shows him around as a tourist, talks about basic information about the Spanish-American War, and yeah, that's it.